Hello, everybody. I want to talk about I want to talk about why your YouTube channel is not growing. And of course, you will look at me and say, "Why should I listen to this guy? This guy doesn't even have 10 subscribers." But this is not the only channel that I have run on YouTube. I have run many different other channels on YouTube. I have been successful, but the success was not with my face. I made a lot of channels talking about politics, talking about celebrity news, talking about true crime, and those channels are succeeding. They're succeeding. It's really amazing. You know, these faceless channels, I love doing faceless channels because faceless channels you could talk about anything. You could do whatever you want. You don't have to show your face. But when you show your face, it's it's a different game, I think. I think it's a different game because now instead of a cartoon like what I'm watching here to run your channel to get your viewers, your face has to be the reason people come to watch your videos or listen to what you're talking about. And this is the problem that I've been of, uh, going through. This is the problem that I have found. The other thing I want to say is actually before I had this channel, I had a different channel, which was actually another vlog channel. I don't have that channel anymore, but that channel was very successful. And the reason why I think it was successful is because I was talking about my own struggles. I was talking about the problem with my life, what I was going through every single day. And the thing about YouTube, or I would say the thing about people online, is that they want to see how badly other people's lives are. So if you have a really bad life and you're putting it on the internet and you're talking about your struggle, I think that is when you get the most views because people like to compare their life to your life. So if you're struggling and you're putting it on the internet, and the viewer will be like, "Oh, I guess my life is not as bad as his." So I think that is why my other vlog channel grew very, very quickly. Like in 1 month, when I first started talking about family life, talking about women problems, talking about money problems, talking about family problems, when I started talking about those topics, I think in 1 48 hours, I had like 15,000 people watching my video. And I had all these different comments, and I was growing in my subscriber base. It was amazing. It was amazing. But again, they just come in to listen to you talk about your family problems, talk about your bad problems. They don't really care if you're talking about anything else, anything successful. That's the other thing is people don't really like to see you, or actually, I should say, people don't really care if you are succeeding. They want to see you when you are struggling, when you're in pain, when you're struggling. I think that's when people actually pay attention because once you make it, once you're successful, they don't really care. They don't really care because maybe they're jealous. I don't know what it is, but maybe they're jealous. But that's what I've learned. So you gotta be you gotta be really focused on what your channel is about. And I am a student of vidIQ. I've listened to vidIQ for many, many years now, and I go with what they say. Especially, I love the people who do the Tuesday streams. They have this amazing Tuesday YouTube streams where they critique random channels for free. So all these YouTubers, small YouTubers, they send their links to their channels, and their channels are picked randomly. And these amazing people on vidIQ, they critique the channel, give amazing feedback. And I have never gotten my channel reviewed. I don't want my channel to be reviewed, but I learned a lot from their advice. And I've used that advice in my other channels. And one of the main thing they keep talking about is the fact that the audience, the viewer, is the most important thing in the video. Like, you have to figure out, you gotta focus on the viewer. What is the viewer wants? Um, why should a viewer click on your video? Why should a viewer care about your point of view? You know, so that is basically what I've learned uh, through uh, vidIQ. Is the viewer? You gotta put the viewer number one. And they talk about this a lot of the time. To talk about channel focus. So if you're doing a channel, you have to have a very strong channel focus. So for example, for me, I have this channel on true crime, and I only focus on true crime. I don't talk about anything else. I don't bring in any other topic. I just focus on true crime. Politics is the same way. I would talk about politics, only politics, nothing else. I would not talk about sports. I will not talk about celebrities. I will not talk about anything else but true crime or or politics. And with my celebrity channel, again, it's the same thing. I just focus on celebrity news, celebrity gossip, nothing else. I don't talk about cartoons. I don't talk about movies, even though it's about celebrities. Um, I don't talk about true crime, but because my channel focus is so focused and right on, those channels have grown. It's really amazing. You struggle in the beginning. You struggle a lot in the beginning, but once you get the ball rolling, um, your channel explodes. The other thing that I love, the other thing that I love, what um, vidIQ keeps saying is, you don't really want to go viral. People every day, everywhere, small YouTubers, they want to go viral. You know, but the problem with going viral is that once you go viral, it's very, very hard to go viral again. It's not a it's not a formula that you can repeat, and you can't really dictate, or you can't really um, assume or predict when you are going to go viral. The other things I've learned about YouTube is that you never really know why people would watch your video. You can assume why they would want to watch your video, but you cannot really assume why they want to watch your video. The other thing is, you never know why people would subscribe. There's so many reasons why people will subscribe to you. There's so many reasons why people will there's so many reasons why people will unsubscribe to you. So you never really know. So YouTube, if you look at it, it's basically like a huge, huge gamble. That's what I think. It's a huge gamble, but you still gotta play the game. And the other thing is, YouTube is a game. YouTube is a game. YouTube is like a science class, or a big science experiment. That's why you gotta try different ideas. You gotta try different topics. You gotta try different thumbnails. You gotta try different editing styles to see what works. And if you find your formula, that's what people talk about all the time, from Mr. Beast to whoever. They have a formula. Once you find your formula and you see that your formula is working, your formula is getting you what you really want, then maybe You could just repeat the same formula 1,000 times using different topics, focusing on different topics, but use the same formula 1,000 times. And that's what I've done with my true crime channel. Is I have this formula now, I have this system down, and I just repeat the same formula over and over again. It's different stories. Every video is a different story, but the formula of how I edit my videos, how I do my thumbnails, how I write my script, um, it's the same. And I've done with my true crime channel, I have done over 600 stories so far. It's all of different people who have been killed in such gruesome way, but the formula of my videos is basically the same. So it takes me about 2 hours to put on a video, to edit a true crime video, but I love it. And once I upload it, uh, I have my I have my top um fans, as you know, with like Facebook. I have my top fans, they watch my videos, and I have other people coming in to watch my video, but they come in for the topic, they come in for the story. How did this person die, and what did this person mean to their families and stuff like that. So I focus on the victim side. Like, I talk about the victim in my true crime stories. I focus on them because I think just because they passed away doesn't mean we gotta forget about them. So I focus on the victims, and I could see that my audience like it. They talk about the victim. They talk about how sad it is for the person to die. But I've learned a lot from vidIQ, and I continue to study YouTube every single day. Every single video that you upload is like it's a lottery ticket. It's like you're playing another, you're putting in another ticket, or a scratch ticket or whatever. Because you just gotta keep on doing it until you find your formula. And once you find your formula, success will come very, very easy. But it takes a long time to find your formula. But again, point is you gotta focus on your channel focus. So you choose one topic, only one topic. Focus on that topic. Don't include other stupid topic. Um, and then the other thing is focus on the audience. You gotta figure out who your audience are, and what do they really need. That's what you got to figure out. Again, you cannot talk about sports and cars in the same channel. The other thing I want to talk about is you should only focus on one channel. If you have a YouTube, just focus on that one channel. For me, I have done so many things, and I am comfortable running different channels because my mind, I can change it very quickly. But for a new person, I think if you have one channel, if you have a cooking channel, just focus on that channel, work hard on it, try to do your videos, focus on the audience and your thumbnails and your titles. And then eventually, once you're comfortable enough that you want to venture off to another channel, then you could do it. Maybe depends on how much time you have, but it just takes time, and you just focus on one channel. That's it. But I think for now, this is what I want to stop here for. If you have watched this video, thank you very much. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another one. Thank you again.